Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone. Let me see, buckets and the fertilizer and, hey, sorry, I was just taking some inventory. Welcome back to the ranch. I'm Mr. Dawson, and I'm here to take you on discoveries and play games so we can learn how to read and write. Join me here each day so we can learn brand new things together. I've been out at the ranch picking some more things for us to learn. I wonder what we'll find in our bucket today. Let's come over here and take a look. What letter did I pick today? Ah, here it is. It's the letter L. Can you say L? Yes, this is the letter L. We're going to discover all there is to know about the letter L today. Yes, this is the uppercase L, and this is the lowercase L. You know, I feel like we should play our game. Can you find the L in this video? All right, here are some letters. This time, we need to find the letter L. Can you help me find the letter L this time? How about this letter? Is this the letter L? No, not that one. How about this one? Is this the letter L? Wow, you're way too smart for me. How about this letter? Is this the letter L? Wow, you guys are so awesome. So awesome. Can you point to the letter L then? Right, good job. This is the letter L. O is for L. You did it. You know, L is a pretty cool letter. But it's a tricky one because, do you know, there's some children who think it looks like the number 1. But when we're talking about letters, it is an L. Let's continue on with our discovery with the letter L by writing the letter L. Here are our lines. We're going to learn how to do the letter L. There's the uppercase L and the lowercase L. Let's start with the lowercase L. Let me get my trusty dusty pen. I think I'll use orange today. When I'm doing an L, I'm going to start at the top and I'm going to go down all the way to the bottom. And then I'm going to go over. That's it. That's the uppercase L. Let's do that again with our finger. I start at the top, and I go all the way down to the bottom and stop, and then I go over. And there you have it, our uppercase L. Now let's discover the lowercase L. And don't forget to look for those clues to what animal letter it might be. Here we go. I'm going to start at the top and go down to the bottom. When I get to the bottom, I'm going to stop. That's it. Can you believe it? That's it for the letter L. Let's do it again with our finger. I'm going to start at the top. I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom. And then I'm going to stop. And that's it. Here's the uppercase L. And here's the lowercase L. Now, let's take a look at the lowercase L and see which animal letter it might be. Did you happen to look at some of the clues? You did? That's exciting. Well, let's get the animal letters and let's do some investigations. Here we go. Remember, how many animal letters do I have? Right. I have 3 animal letters. I have the monkey letter that starts at the middle and goes below the line. And then I have the giraffe letter that starts at the top and stops at the bottom. And then I have the chicken letter that starts in the middle and goes to the bottom. So when we investigate the letter L a little bit closer, I wonder which one of the animal letters it will be. Well, let's investigate. It started at the top, and then it went down and stopped at the bottom. There's our clues. Let's take a look at the letter L again and see. Did it start in the middle like the monkey letter? No. So we know right away it's not going to be a monkey letter. How about a giraffe letter? Did it start at the top and go to the bottom like the giraffe letter? Yes, it did. So that must mean that L is a giraffe letter. Wow! We had lots of giraffe letters this week. That is awesome. Another giraffe letter. L is a giraffe letter. Well, let's take one last look at the letter L, because we're going to talk about the phoneme for L. Remember, the phoneme just is a big word that means the sound that the letter makes. Here is our letter again, L. There's that uppercase L, and there's that lowercase L. No, it's not a 1. No, we're not doing numbers, we're doing letters. This is the lowercase L. Uppercase L, lowercase l, and here is our picture that's going to help with the phoneme. That's a lemon. Listen to that very first sound that comes out of my mouth when I say lemon. Lemon. Did you get it? Yes. Ooh, ooh. O is the phoneme for L. O is for L. Right. So, let's play our next game. One of my favorites to play, where we have pictures and we're trying to find the O sound at the very beginning. So here are my pictures. I have a light. I have a hand. I have a nut. And I have lock. So when I look at those pictures, I want to find the picture that has O is for L at the very beginning when I say the word. Let's do this one. Light. Light. Do we want that one? Listen to that very beginning sound. O. Right. That works. O is for L. So I'm going to put it right up there. That is tremendous. All right. Let's look at this next picture. Hand. Hand. Do you hear a O? No, definitely not. So we don't want this picture right now. Let's take a look at this one. Nut. Nut. What's the very beginning sound in nut? Right. Does that sound like O? No. So we don't want this one either. Here's our last one. How about lock? Lock. Do you hear O at the very beginning? You do? Yes, that's right, because O is for L. So I have two pictures. I have light and I have lock, and they both have O at the very beginning. So if I was going to write these two words, that's right. Man, you can do it. That's awesome. If I was going to write these words, I would begin with the letter L. Why? Because O is for L. Well, it's sight word time. Remember, sight words are important. They help you to read. And if you can memorize these sight words and put them in your brain, when you see them in a book, guess what? You'll know them and you can be able to read them. What are our sight words today? Ooh, this is a really cool one. This is the word what. Can you say what? What. Let's spell what. W-H-A-T spells what. What's this word? What. What is the other word? Here it is. It's the word this. This is the word this. Can you say this? Let's spell this. T-H-I-S spells this. Those are our words. I want you to remember them. It's what and this. Let's end up talking about those isolating and identifying words that Professor Giesenbert was talking about. Here are our words today. Let's see if we can get through both of them. You ready? Let's do the first one. Remember, isolate means to put it by itself. And identify means I see it and I know it. Do you see this letter and know this letter? Yes, it's the letter L. We just did it, right. And what's this letter? Identify that one. Yes, A. We identified that. We're isolating and identifying. What's this last one? Right, it's a B. Wow, you guys are amazing. L-A-B. Now let's do the phonemes that go with those. O is the beginning, A is the middle, and B is the ending. Let's put it together. You ready? Lab. 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 So what is this word? It's lab. And there is the scientist in his lab right there. Ooh, let's do some more isolating. Here we go. What letter is this? L. Right. What's the middle? E. Nice. And what's the last one? G. Man, you isolated and identified awesomely. I want you to do the phonemes that go with that. Here we go. What is the phoneme for L? O. Right. E says eh, and G says g. Let's put those together. You ready? Leg. 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 And the picture this time matches the word, so that's pretty cool for sure. All right, let me see. Let me play one last game before we have to go, because I have to go back out and do some work at the ranch and get those apples ready to be picked. Do you see a letter that's the same in both words? Is it the one in the beginning, the middle, or the end? Yes, it's the beginning. They both have L. Isn't that wonderful? You guys are getting so smart. It's so good to get smart and be able to read. It opens up a brand new world to you when you start reading books. We've learned a lot today. We learned about the letter L, how to write it, and the animal letter. We learned our two sight words today. We had this and what. And then we talked about isolating and identifying. You're getting so smart. Come back tomorrow, because tomorrow is what? It's reading day. Be back. I will. See you tomorrow. Bye. Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.